Okay, so let's make a TV monitor. Let's put it in the gallery. Let's import a video and put that video on a plane and put that in the TV monitor. And then let's light it so that it actually looks like a TV monitor, not just like a thing that's on the wall. So this is importing video, making it look good tutorial. And I will go back to our screen share, desktop, and here I am. I'm going to close this guy. So let's grab a video and we'll bring it in. This is an animation that I made in processing, but you could do any video would work. So I've dragged it into my project folder, sorry. And let's make a TV. So let's make a TV. Let's make it out here where it's a little lighter so we can see easier. Okay, so let's make a TV and then we'll move it into the gallery. So I'm gonna go back to Pro Builder. I'm gonna go a new shape and I want a cube. And let's move it out here so we can see it. I want it to be, how big is the TV? 2 meters. That's a big TV, 1.5 meters by, okay, that's a nice big TV and we'll make it nice and skinny. Maybe even skinnier, right? There we go. Beautiful flat screen. And I'm going to say build because I remember to do that. Close this guy. So now we want to have a little bevel, right? So there's a nice trick to doing that, which is I am going to make sure I'm on the face mode. I'm going to click on this face and I'm going to go back to my tools here and select the scale tool. And I'm going to scale this face. I'm going to hold shift while I do it. So usually if I just scaled it, it would do this, right? And I'm going to hold shift. And this is sort of doing the same thing as extrude, which is just creating a smaller face inside of there. See how it's subsetting? So it's not moving it out or anything. It's just creating a new face that's inserted inside there. And now, so now I have this face here. Now I can use the move tool and I can extrude. So I'm going to shift and push that back and extrude it back a little bit. So I'm holding shift down and extrude it back. So now I've got this little face in here. I could, in theory, and let's apply a material to this whole thing. Oops, not just to the face, to the whole object. There, nice black TV. I could, in theory, apply my material just to that face, my video material, my video onto that face. It doesn't work for some reason in Pro Builder to do it that way. So we need to make a new plane. The material on the plane will set that plane back into the TV. So game object, 3D object, plane. This is going to be huge. And so we want to scale it way down. Out here. And we want to flip it up, obviously. So let's see. 90 sounds good. And we'll push it back. Okay, so it's getting closer. Nice. So now we want to scale it again so that it's more proportional. I think that's pretty close. So here is the plane we just made. Here's the cube we just made. That is the TV. And this is the face of the TV. We want to be able to move these together back and put them in the gallery. So what you can do, if I move the cube now, the face isn't going to go with it, right? So I can make the plane, the face of the glass of the TV, a child of the TV. So let's name this so that we can, we'll name it television. And we will put this plane, and I'm going to drag this plane on top of the television in the hierarchy. And now see it's subset there. And that means that it is a child, the glass is now a child of television. So now if I click on the television and move it, the plane goes with it. So let's put this back in the gallery. And we want to put it back on this wall over here. And so we want to rotate the whole thing again. Goes this way, should be 90. And let's put it against, oops. I wasn't doing that. Let's push it against the wall. Oh, I looked at it very close. Okay, beautiful. TV on the wall. So now we need to put this animation on that TV, on the glass on that TV, on the plane that's in our television. So we need three things to make this work. We need the video itself, which we have already. We need a texture that the video is going to go on. And then we need something called a video component, which is going to marry the texture itself with the video and bring those two together. So it needs sort of three things to work. So let's create our texture, which is going to be called a render texture. And I will rename it here. Kind of animation, and then I'm going to say RT for render texture so I can remember. So there it is there, our animation texture. So that I can put onto that plane of the TV. So the TV has the animation render texture on it, the plane of the TV, not the television. Okay, so we play it, it's still not going to work because the animation isn't married to the render texture yet. So the way to do that is with a new game object called video player. And the video player here is, there's two slots on this video player. So one is for the clip. We drag that in here. And the other is for the render texture. We drag the render texture in there. And now it should play. So let's play our script and look. And there it is. It's beautiful. Okay, it's crap, but it's beautiful. So one thing is, I know this is sideways. Okay, few things here. One is, it's obviously not lit right. Two, it's sideways, so it should be turned. So we need to turn our material so that it's the right way out. Or turn our plane. So we'll have to reshape our plane. And the other thing is, it doesn't really actually look that good. If you look at it, it's kind of bitty. So we have to fix all of those problems. Okay, so first one's first. I'm going to go back into my television, and I'm going to rotate this plane. Rotate it this way. because I know that's the way the animation is supposed to go. And now I need to resize it. So you'll see we're getting a, oh, well, let's see, that's got to be 90. And so that's close. And we've got this letterboxing problem happening. Okay, so the letterboxing problem happening is because of how the video is getting imported. So Unity defaults to a very low resolution because you're just thinking you might use this 1,000 times. If you use this 1,000 times and it's at a high resolution, your whole program's going to slow down. But if this is just one video that's playing in the gallery, you want it to look really good, you want to make that resolution the actual resolution of the video. So how to do that? So let's look at what the resolution of the video actually is. And that was here, and that was movies, and that was this guy. And I'm going to Command I. And it's this wonky shape. It's actually 1904 by 1068. Okay. So where do we change the size? We go into the render texture and then click on that in the project window, and in the inspector, here is my size. So this was 1904 by 1068 and done. So now let's play that again and see what that looks like. Notice when I did that, it went blank, and you think, oh my God, I've broken it, it doesn't work anymore. And the reality is you just need to play it for it to update, and then it'll start working. So if it doesn't look good, that's why. Okay, so play, and yes, now it's the right size. And the scale's right, and we fix the resolution. Look, it looks so much nicer. Okay, obviously it's way too dark still. Oh, and it's not looping. So let's fix those two problems. The looping one is in the video player. Go back to the player, and there's a loop button. And it's not looping. Why not? Maybe it was looping and I didn't notice. Let's try it again. Maybe it just stopped because when I stopped it, I thought it didn't loop. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, no, it did stop. Ooh, that's not good. Why is that? Okay, I figured it out. I had an extra video player from when I was testing this on my own. So let's go back and share the screen again. And I have clicked on the right video player this time. You can name your video players if you need to. And I had loop, and now it does loop like it's supposed to. So human error. Okay, so let's make it look pretty. So why doesn't it look pretty right now is because there's no light emanating from it. The TV would have its own light shining off it. So there's two ways to solve this problem. Probably one of them will do the trick, but let's do both so that you know how they are, because you might use these tricks in different situations and they'll have different effects. So the first way is go click on the plane of the video, and I want to go look at the animation shader here. And I pull down and I can say emission. And emission gives me this color window here, and click there, and I can click the emission of how much light I want it to give off. It may be for this situation, this is totally fine. I find usually a combination of these two helps. So let's say we like it like that, and I play, and now my TV looks lighter. What happens sometimes with emission is that it's going to blow out the video, so we're losing some of the detail of the video is being lost because it's being because of emission. So let's try the other method too. The other method too is shine a light on it to start. So we want to go game object light, say direction light, and let's rotate it around. We want to rotate around global. Okay. And let's drop down the intensity of that light. Let's say like, let's drop the indirect multiplier completely. Let's drop down the emission. Let's just turn off the emission right now. We'll just see what this looks like with just the method of using the lights. Let's bump that back up a little bit. Okay, so that's what I want. Okay, that's perfect, except now, of course, I don't want to light all the rest of the gallery because I just want the TV to be lit up, not everything else in the space. So there's a trick for that. So I'm going to, what we can do is say, only light up stuff that's on a certain layer. So we haven't done layers yet. So let's click on the plane of the television. And I'm going to go to the inspector here and I'm going to say layer. And I'm going to say add a layer. And I'm going to add a layer called TV layer. I say return. I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on the plane again. I'm going to go back to layer again, and now I'm going to select TV layer. So just creating the layer doesn't automatically put it on the object. You have to make sure it's actually on the object. Okay, so now this screen of this television on the layer up here, it's on the TV layer. Awesome. So now we can go to our light. I'm going to call this TV light, just so I don't forget about it. And I can say culling mask. So right now it's on everything, which means I'm going to light up everything. That's a default way of lights work. I'm going to say light up nothing, and now nothing works. And now I'm going to say only light up TV layer. And now the TV layer is lit up. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So it's glowing beautifully. I think it doesn't blow out as much as the emission does. So it's got a little bit more resolution. It looks a little bit more TV-like. I think maybe this is still the best method for that, even though the emission method works also. So there you have it, TV glowing in space. The only real trick is that remembering that you've got the video, you've got the render texture, and then you've got this video object, and they have to, the video object marries the texture to the video. I don't know why they do it that way. They used to not do it that way. For some reason, someone thought this was more efficient. Maybe it is. But that's it. You can apply this to anything if you want to just have a video projection. You don't have to have the monitor at all. I just wanted to show you that cool way of inserting a face into a face. I think that's it. Of course, you can play around with this light too and have it, you know, change the color of the light and all of that stuff and the intensity, and all of that still applies. Okay. I think that's all for now. Good luck. Have fun.